Hi, my name is Suzanne. I am a fourth generation born in Jehovah's Witness who left the religion at 23 years old. I'm now 35, and my parents and my three siblings have been shunning me for almost 8 years now. It's really hard. It has not been easy. I feel like there was already a lot of toxicity within my family, and I was able to hide the fact that I faded out of the religion from them for quite a long time. I was baptized when I was 16, so I was never actually disfellowshipped. I just faded out. But once they found out that I was posting things on Facebook about the Australian Royal Commission, where Australia was processing the Jehovah's Witness organization and questioning them in Australia about child molestation that had been going on. And I spoke out about that on Facebook. My parents found out about that, and I think I was like 27 or something. They weren't talking to me at the time, but reached out to me to let me know that I'm not their daughter anymore. So that's been extremely rough. And, we obviously have gone through so many things in the last few years alone. Personally, I've gone through extensive injuries. I've gotten married and divorced. Experienced natural disasters and car accidents, and there's never been one single word from them to me, which has been extremely hurtful. And I just want to say that shunning is an extremely cruel and heartless practice. It tears families apart. It takes something beautiful that God created, which is love. It takes love and it takes family, and it cheapens it to something to be used as a tool to manipulate other people. And if you're experiencing shunning right now, or maybe you're afraid to leave because you don't want to be shunned and lose not only your mom and your dad or your siblings, but every person you've ever known and every connection that you've ever had if you're born in like me, your entire social life and your friend circle will just be lost. But there is hope to rebuild life after that, and I would say the people that I've met since leaving have been the most amazing people, the most genuinely caring people who aren't holding me and our relationship in some kind of hostage situation to manipulate me. And it is possible to rebuild your life and still live a happy and full existence away from this organization. And I don't regret leaving. I don't regret speaking out about what's happening, because I know it's the right thing to do. I know that that religion is not the truth. And I would just like to encourage people who are experiencing the pain of being rejected by your biological family and your friends and your social circle, because it's really messed up and it affects you every single day. It affects you in ways that it's hard to really explain. But at the same time, I think, maybe it's a blessing, because if your own family can be convinced to discard you and neglect you that way, then maybe you're better off not having a relationship with them at all anyways, because it's not based on the godly, true love that it's supposed to be based on. Yeah. So I love my family a lot, and I pray for them to leave the Jehovah's Witnesses every single day, because I think they believe what they're doing is the right thing, but I don't think they really know what love actually is. I don't think they really know what the heart of God really looks like, and I don't think they have experienced the true type of family relationship that would be indicative of an actual bond, a normal, healthy bond. And, I pray for them to know that one day. And when they do leave that religion, as I pray they will, I will be happy to get to know them again and make up for the lost years. That's what I'm hoping for one day. And, something else that I would say to people is just to forgive. I know it's really hard, and I've struggled for a lot of years with the anger that comes from the pain of the rejection. But I think if you look deep inside yourself and realize they're also victims, it helps a lot to know that they're being manipulated and brainwashed. And they don't know what they're really doing either on some level, because they're being held hostage by these teachings that are really fundamentally evil and psychotic. But yeah, I think forgiving people, even when it might feel like there's no reason to forgive them, is really important, because for me, releasing my family and forgiving them and still loving them in spite of how they've hurt me is a really important part of moving on and being able to live with the pain of them shunning me. And just to live your life is what I would say. Live your life, follow your dreams, make every day count, and make sure you tell all the people in your life how much you love them every single day, because you never know when those relationships might end. And it has made me a lot more protective and a lot more to where I value the relationships that I do have in my life, because I think that Jehovah's Witnesses cheapen relationships between humans. And that's really hard. It's really hard when you come from generations of people who have a warped and cheap sense of human relationship, is what I would say.